Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's good to be back with you guys and to make another wreath. Let me get myself centered here a little bit. So, welcome tonight. This is kind of impromptu. I didn't tell anyone that I was going to go live, but I had picked out stuff for two wreaths. And so I decided, let me go ahead and let's make one together tonight. So we've got everyone joining us tonight. All of the different platforms are with us. So even TikTok tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, so glad to see that you can be with me tonight too. So thank you very much. I am going to. I got this sign recently and I loved it. So this one, it's make sure there's not a glare. It just says welcome-ish. Depends on who you are and how long you stay. So, and the quality of it is really, really good. So I was excited for that. So I grabbed some ribbons for it and I grabbed a bunch of mesh, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this wreath tonight together. So we can, see another welcome one. This one's kind of fun. So I'm kind of excited. So, and I have not prepped anything for this one. So I haven't cut any ribbons or any mesh or anything. So welcome everyone who's just joining us. We're glad to have you with us tonight. And we're doing this welcome-ish wreath we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and set it aside, and I'll show you maybe a couple of things that we have while we do this, just to break up the night a little bit. I'll show you some of our prior wreaths that we made and maybe some other products that we have. So let me set the welcome-ish over to the side here, and I will get my wreath form out. So excited to be able to make this with a lot more people. It's great. It's great to see everyone again. I didn't get to come on here this week. It was a crazy week, but it's Easter this weekend. It's Good Friday today, so happy Good Friday, happy Passover, and I got to work from home on my regular job, so I've been home all day, which is fun. So, I mean, I did work, but I got to do some of this too. So, I have picked out a couple mesh. We have just this plain silver that I'm going to put on the base. That is to make it full and to hide the wreath form if there's any you can see between any of the others. So we got that one. Then I have this silver, which is a fun silver that I'm gonna mix with this blue. And I've done that before, but if you haven't seen, you'll get to see kind of how we're doing it. So we're gonna do that, and then the other one for the top is this tan and white. So like it, and it'll go really well with the welcome-ish sign. So we will go ahead and I will start, and I'll start working on this one. Get these other mesh down here, make myself a little bit of room. Got a whole bunch of ribbons there. We'll get to the ribbons a little bit later, and I can show you what ribbons we have. There we go. I just needed to join over here so that I can see any comments that might pop up. So I wanted to do that, and I have one other little quickie thing that I'm gonna do here just to send it out to more people so that we can have more people watching us. Welcome if you're just joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be doing this welcome-ish wreath. We're using this sign to make a wreath. So looking forward to seeing the finished product. But why did that? There we go. Much better. Okay. Here we go. And I'm going to share. Okay. There we go. Okay. It's going out to everyone, so I'm letting everyone. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Now I'm not going to waste any more of your time just watching me type stuff. So, and we're doing this one tonight. We have several other ones, and I'll be showing you. I'll be showing you some throughout the night. But as always, if there's anything that that you want to see specifically, any specific wreaths that you might be interested in, for sure, always let me know. Leave a comment, and I will see what we can do. We might be able to find something for that. I've got tons of different things that I want to do. I actually have next to me a couple other signs that I'm gonna do, which I've done some before. Like I've got a couple colleges here. I have some Florida ones. I'm from Florida. Hey, hey, Crystal. Thanks. I'm having a good weekend so far. Happy Easter weekend. So I have a couple college that I'm going to do. I've done a Gators one before, and I keep meaning to post a picture of it. But then I want to do some more. So I also have a Clemson sign on the way. So if there's any schools that anyone's interested in, let me know, because I can try to find those too. So let me get the mesh. So everyone, this is my first live on TikTok. I've done tons of lives on Facebook and Instagram, and I've done a good amount now on YouTube. But this is the first night with TikTok. I'm kind of excited. I'm putting together a TikTok shop, so if anyone's interested, there should be a link down there. But I don't have everything in there. I'm not ready yet. It's still new for me. But yeah, I'm so excited to be able to share time with more of you guys. And I see you over there too, Instagram, so I'm not forgetting about you. So welcome, welcome, welcome for anyone that's just joining us. And we're going to get started here. Let me get this. I need to grab a couple zip ties. I always like to zip tie the beginning and the end of the base mesh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes, it's it. Oh, I didn't know that it's not public. I'll definitely look through and see, because I thought I had a business page. I will definitely look and try to make it public so everyone can share. Yeah, so it's my first live here on TikTok, but got my setup down pat now. You see some of you guys might see my green screen behind me. Some of the other platforms I actually have pictures back there. It's just a background, but so you don't have to see my red wall. The red wall was kind of changing the colors, so I would rather have the green back there anyway. Okay. So here we go. And I'm going to go through sometime this weekend, probably tomorrow. I'm going to go through and show off some of the items that I have, some of the wreaths and candles and stuff. That's gonna just be a dedicated live for that because that can take a lot of time too. Hi, Mom. See that you joined. So we are making this welcome-ish, using this welcome-ish sign for a wreath tonight. So that it's really good quality. Like I said earlier, I was actually surprised when I got it. So luckily this silver is fine for a base, and I've used it as a base before. I haven't used it on the top because it's so see-through. Um, that's why we're using the other silver on the top, because I like that. And that one has a little more personality too. You'll see the ribbons that I picked, some of them have personality, but I wanted something. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. I wanted something that would go, because this blue, I don't know. I love this blue and the black, kind of. If you can see it in there, I love it. I'm gonna have to order more of those, I think. Um, and who knows? Maybe not. Sometimes things that I like, other people don't like, but I really like that one. So. So we're doing the base on the inner ring, or I call it the top because you can see it's three-tiered here. So I always call it the top, and I forget when people are looking down on it. Sometimes you can't really see that it's the top. It's the inner ring, and then I'll start there, and then I will move down to the outer ring from there, and I'll keep the mesh one consistent. I don't snip it and start fresh. Although you could on the bottom, but I pretty much have. I try to look based on where I start. Um, that that I can see. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mom. I know. I really like that sign. It's it's good quality and it's fun. It still says welcome, but it kind of says what you want to say to people when you want them to leave, but in a nice way. And you don't have to actually say it. So, thank you for the hearts. Thank you very much. So, got around the top portion. And so now I'm going to get ready to shift down to the bottom. And so I'll just take it, and I've tried to find a tie that's almost lined up with the one below it so that I can kind of swoop across and fill in most of that, and then I'll finish it off when I come to the end. And it covers that side really well. So thank you for everyone who's just recently joined. Welcome. Okay. So yeah, I have another. It's over on the other side, so I can't run and grab it to show you guys. Um, I have another hello sign that's similar to a welcome wreath that I made. That I was going to make that tonight actually, um, and then when I saw this sign, I I grabbed all the ribbons and everything. I was like, I'd rather make this. This one is fun and it's really nice. So I really liked it. So so is that hello? Okay. Okay, yeah, I have over here. So this one right here, let me grab it. This was what I was gonna make. Um, and it will be made soon. So if you like this hello sign, I do like it. I like the little tassels and the greenery and everything. If you like this sign, this wreath is coming, and it's not on the website now. We haven't made this one either. So this one will be coming soon. It will be coming this week, within the week. Um, I don't know if it'll happen this weekend, only because Easter is Sunday. Um, so I'll be busy, and then I have one other wreath that I need to make for someone, and that I need to have for Monday. So I just want to make sure. Um, but I am gonna be coming to you guys live tomorrow. Um, like I said, to show you guys all of the different wreaths that we have. I even might grab some of the older ones that we have that are everyday. Some of the other ones that I have, because some of them we have multiple signs. So I've made a couple of them, um, and I might even show some of those and some of them, my candles and everything, and the steamers. Um, yeah. Oh, and by the way, talking of steamers, I just go from one thing to another. Sometimes when I'm on here, I feel like I have ADHD. I bop from one thing to another. Um, I have to test it before I put it live. But you'll be the first to know um, that I made an allergy relief shower steamer. I haven't tested it yet. I just smelling it from it's finished. Like, it opened my sinuses. So it's doing its job that way before any water hits it. I just want to make sure that it's not overpowering. I don't think it is. I blended other things with it, with the menthol, so it's not all menthol. So, oh, so yeah, so yeah, I have one here. I haven't put the labels on them yet, but I can a little bit. I can smell it through there, so it's coming soon. So that little teaser. I have some other steamers here that I'll show you in a bit too. Um, when I take a quick, when I'm like shifting from one, going from when we're shifting to the ribbons or whatever, I'll take a quick little second break and show you those items. Oh, we almost have the base done. I'm back around to the side. It's that's the fun thing. You get to come on here and chit chat with everyone. Welcome to everyone who's joined. If you just joined, I haven't shown it in a while. If you just joined, we're making this wreath that we're going to put this sign on, this welcome-ish sign. So and I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you kind of can. I think it's actually raised. Um, the the words and this little I don't know, not mesh, but like a lattice almost. It's a really good quality. Yeah, I'm gonna do that this time. Doing this one a little bit different than sometimes, just because I feel like there's a little more of the wire showing than I like. So we got it covered. Okay. Okay. So there we go for the base, and there's going to be a lot more that goes on top of this. So don't think this is it. So I'll set that back there, and I will get some of this. These I had two separate pieces, and I know it's going to be enough for what I need, so that's why I grabbed them, because I really liked these rolls, and I only have one more whole roll of this one, so I'm gonna have to try to save it now, because I might want to get another one of those signs, and then I'll want to make it the same way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these two, because I'm going to put this blue and the silver together. I don't always do this on top, where I'll put two together, but this time I wanted, because I want a little bit of the blue to show through. You'll see we have blue ribbons, so I didn't want the blue to be overpowering, but I do want to have the blue. So that's what I'm gonna do here. There we go. Start getting my shorter ones. Two. I think we're going to be just perfect for what I thought. Three. Yes, okay. So from this one first roll, I had enough. Ooh, I might have enough for one of those. I had enough for all of the shorter pieces. Come on. That one had to roll up and kind of mess me up. There we go. Okay, I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I actually do. I have enough for one of the longer. which is perfect because now I know for sure I have more than enough, which I pretty much knew that. Okay. But then we're going to have to cut a whole other one, this tan one. A lot of times I'll cut them together so then they're cut and they're done. But since these two were going together, I did them that way. Okay. 2. 3. Oops. Come on. Gotta get 2 more. Lately, it's funny. I can tell that they've started putting less mesh on these rolls because I always used to have excess, and now I have just enough. At least I have just enough. So, okay, so we've got that one done. There's a little bit of this silver left. And then this, there's not enough. But I don't use these, but I save them for a friend who does crafts with them. And I don't know what she actually does with them. I've never asked. I should do that. So we will go with this one. This one is fun. I like this. I always like these natural and cream colored mesh, but this one is different. I haven't seen one that's like striped like this one. It's usually a plaid or check or whatever. But that's, yeah, this one I was like, I'm going to use this one. It's kind of different. And you still get the white in there. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That is if you like what you see, or if you want to support me, that's one of the easiest ways without even spending anything. Just a share or a like helps me a lot. Helps me more than you know. And thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's kind of how I started it's how I started wreaths, actually. I found people that I liked and started following them. I was already doing the candles and everything. So everybody's got to start somewhere. 3. Okay, we got 2 more. 2 more. Welcome to everyone who's recently joined. I'll show you in just a minute the sign that we are putting on this wreath. Once I get this last piece of mesh cut, it's going to go on the top. Okay. We're good. I got to pick this one up here. The actual base fell on the floor and I didn't. There we go. Okay, so I will bring back this. Oh, and I promised that I would show everyone who's recently joined. We are doing this welcome-ish sign. So it says, welcome-ish depends on who you are and how long you stay. So In other words, we're glad to have you, but we'd love to see you leave. So, okay, so now we can get started on the mesh. This one I'm going to do, and I've been doing it a lot lately, is I don't know if it has a name. I call it the scrunch method, because you just kind of fold it and then you just kind of scrunch it up. Um, this one makes the wreath really full. Um, there's also the scroll method or the butt method, some people call it, where you roll it up. And I do that one occasionally too. It gives it a different look. But I've really been into this method lately. Um, so, okay, I have to think. I was going to put the blue on the outside. So these are the two that I'm going to put together. So I pretty much just fold them like normal. It almost, you almost could use a third hand, a third arm. Um, and then I fold the other color the same way and have them face down. And I want the silver on, I think I wanted the silver on top, because I just wanted a little bit of the blue to peek out here and there. I didn't want the blue to overwhelm the wreath. So, um, yeah, I like this. It's funny because you can see the two silvers side by side here now. This one is really they're both sparkly, but sparkly in different ways. I don't know. This one almost feels like it might have a slight iridescence to it, even though it really doesn't. I just think it's that type of shimmer that it gives. So, welcome to everyone who's joined us recently. And this wreath is coming together. I think I already like how it's starting to look. It's funny. Sometimes um, it takes the whole thing, like, or at least to get a whole row before I can get a sense of whether I like it. But this one, I feel like I like it already. Um, so. Okay, come on. Get that down in there. There we go. That one's acting weird. Okay. Okay, we're getting there on this top row, and I can't wait. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the ribbons, and it's almost like um, suspense. That's the word. I haven't shown you the ribbons yet. They're sitting over there on the edge of the desk. Um, so you haven't you'll get to see them in a couple minutes. It won't be long, and then the suspense will be over of all all the pieces of this wreath. I like this blue. This blue is so nice. I think it was the right choice too. With the silver. There we go. Okay, last one for the top. Then we got to do the outer portion. I don't think I've used this blue. This is a beautiful deep blue, this mesh. Um, and it was funny because it was actually the last piece of material that I grabbed to go on this wreath. And then it was perfect. I usually start with the ribbons because they take a while to match different ones, and I matched a whole bunch, and took me a while to come up with that. And then I'll go with the mesh after. Look at that! Look at that! I like that. It's funny. It always looks more to me on camera a little more separated than when you look at it as a whole. Um, it's funny because I get to see both. I'm in person and on camera. There was one the other night. I'm actually going to show it to you tonight. It's the Everyone is Welcome Here wreath, the inclusion wreath. Um, and the colors are so rich in person. But I think it's the light. It just washed it out and they didn't look as good on the camera. And I'm like, I promise you it looks good on so there we go. Come on. Oh man, why did you do that to me? There we go. Like I said, this is the hard part, especially when you just only have your two arms, because it could really use a third arm for this, especially on this outer one because the pieces of mesh are bigger, so that the outside is nice and full. There we go. And there's a piece, I don't know if you can see it right here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is that this is what the base is for? Because see, there's all these meshes here, but there's still this little hole. Well, that silver, I always use a coordinating color. It fills it in and covers it. You don't see through. That's why it's important part to me. Um, Not everybody does that. I have seen some makers um, who just put mesh a couple different ways on there. And that works for them, and it's fine. I think part of it is just the method, how I learned it. But I like it, um, and because I also feel like it makes the wreath full. I've done it before without that base, and I could tell the difference. So, I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna confuse myself. So, and I keep saying, and I promise, once we get this mesh on there, I will bop over and I'll show you a couple other things that we have. Like, I probably already promised you I would show you that Everyone is Welcome Here wreath. It is available on our website right now, and on TikTok it is available down below as well, in the shop. But I'm going to show it to you anyway, and then I'm going to show you. You got a quick preview of the steamers, one without a label, but I have a couple more to show you, and I picked some of my favorites. It's fun. I have favorites. They, they all smell good, but everybody likes certain ones. So yeah, I picked some of my favorites. My relax, and I didn't pick my. I might have my focus over here to show you holding. Focus is probably one of my real favorites, and then Sunrise Mimosa. Who doesn't love a mimosa? So I'm already talking about it, and I'm not even showing it yet, but that's just what I do. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. If this didn't look so good, I wouldn't keep doing it. The doubling up. I really like the doubling up sometimes, because sometimes you just need that extra. You want a pop of color, but you don't want an excess of color. So, and welcome to anyone who's joined. I know I see it scrolling. I get busy chit chatting and doing my thing, so sometimes I forget to welcome everyone who's just joined, but welcome. And we are working on this welcome-ish, a fun welcome-ish wreath. So, and we're almost around. Yeah, we're almost around the outer edge here. Okay. Kind of tried to grab it. Already folded. Saved myself a little bit when I grabbed it off of the seat there. Ooh, this must be where I joined, because there's a little bit less of the tie. But that's fine. Everything will fit. We will be good. Okay, 2 more scrunches to go, and then all of the base mesh is on. And I'll spin the wreath around at that point and let you see how that piece turned out. And then we'll show you some items, and then we're going to get to do the big reveal. Drum roll, please, which I have a sound for a drum roll somewhere. It's just not programmed on the, I didn't program that one in on one of my buttons. But we'll have the drum roll and reveal the ribbons that I picked. I hope you like them. This one was, it took me a little bit, but I was just so excited about the, oops, I did this backwards, but that's okay. So this is what I'll do. I was so excited about this sign that I just pushed through and got the ribbons picked out. The number, oops, I had it right to begin with. The number of ribbons that I have is crazy, if you saw. And I have like Christmas and Halloween in storage. So there's even more than what I actually have here. It's sad to say, but Halloween will be coming out of storage soon. We're almost to that. We're almost to the summer, and at that point, it's time to start dragging them out. The year is flying by for sure. Can't believe we're already at Easter and we're in April. And there we go. Let me push some of the center back. And there we go. Look at that. It looks good. I'm happy with it. I always like to. Oh yeah, I'm happy with it. It looks pretty good, I think. So. Okay, so let's see here. Let me, since I talked so much about the steamers, I will grab some. I actually got my focus one over here that I was talking about. We have the different shower steamers, and then we also have an option to get a mesh bag so that you can kind of hang that like over your shower handle or wherever, so that they just get splashed and the scent comes out. I can actually smell this one through here, through the foil, and it's my favorite scent. I love this one. But we also have Relax. We have Head Relief. We have Sunrise Mimosa, which you're looking at over there. It's another red one that I like. So those are the steamers. And then you're also looking, we have shaken sprays. We have room sprays. So we have our Spring Garden. Mango Breeze is probably my favorite. It smells kind of like one of those volcano candles. And then this one, you can't see it, I don't think. Lily and Lace. It's the newest scent. It's going to be the first scent in our new candle jar line. But you can get it in the room spray if you go to the turn any candle into a room spray. I've been testing this candle scent for like 3-4 weeks now. I really like it. It's light, but room filling, if I could say that. It smells good. It doesn't give me a headache. So I know I'm happy with that scent. So I think that one's going to be popular. But that is our steamers for now. And let me come back over here to the overhead, and I will give you a view of the different ribbons that we've picked out to go with this. wreath. This one I know I just taped that on there, the plastic. Okay, so we have this black and white stripe. I just felt like, I'm going to grab the sign just so that you've got it there. This black and white stripe, black and white goes with pretty much anything. And it's got a gold trim, so it kind of goes with the tan that's in there. So we've got that one. And then this one, I only have what's on this roll. I think I only have enough for one wreath. I loved this one, and I can't get any more. I can, but it's literally like $25 a roll. So I just have to wait for the season to come back. But this one is kind of black and gold. I just liked it, and it's kind of like, if you could see from the back, it's got the black and white, but then the front has the gold. So I felt like it went with this design. So that's why I picked that one. So those are the two wide ones that I'm going to use. And then I've got this almost like Scottish blue. But I liked it, and I liked the design. I felt like it tied in, and it has, it's not really black in it, but it almost feels like it. It's different shades of blue. So I felt like it went with the blue on the sign. And this one I went with a lot of things that went with the sign. Sometimes I'll just see a random ribbon and I'll be like, I know that'll go really well. This one, I want to snip this. I picked this without, I do not remember if this is sheer or not. I know it's sparkly. Because I bought this one a while ago and I just haven't used it. Oh, come on. I don't want to go here, but it will. Okay, yeah, this is what I thought it was. So it's not sheer, really, but it is a sparkly. It's not glitter, but it's going to give it some sparkle. So that's what I picked for the ribbon. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started snipping them. And then we'll be ready to start placing them. And then before you know it, our time together will be done. I always feel like I'm like, oh, it's going to take a long time. And then we get started chit-chatting, and you get to the ribbons, and you still feel like, oh, it's going to take a long time. But literally, and I've said this before, as soon as the ribbons get placed, all you have to do is put the sign and you're done. So, okay. Yeah, there's not enough of this one to do anything else. Unless one day I say I'm going to take all my scraps and make a scrap wreath. What do you think about that? You think that would be... My only concern is I have to have scraps that kind of match, or it might be kind of ugly. But but what do you think about a scrap wreath? I have a good amount of scraps. I have like maybe enough for 1 or 2 ribbons. But I need 9 pieces for a wreath. And sometimes I've done like a 4 and a 3 or a 4 and a 5, so that I am mixed throughout to use pieces. But like if I have 2 or 3 of one, that's not really enough. But yeah, how about a scrap wreath? I have been saying that for a long time now, that I'm going to do a scrap wreath. And I haven't. I have little scraps of ribbon everywhere. A little bit here, a little bit there. I really like these. I bought this in every color. This sparkle ribbon. It gives you the shimmer of glitter, but you don't get glitter everywhere. It's so nice. And I think I have like 4 colors. I have blue, red, green, and even like an ivory with a gold shimmer. Welcome if you're just joining. We just showed the welcome-ish sign. Before you know it, it's going to be going on the wreath. We're working on the ribbons now. We went through the list of ribbons, and now I am just snipping them. And then we'll be ready to start placing them. This one is fun, and I think I know where I got this from, but I don't remember 100%. And I've used it a handful of times, not tons. It's not like I have some that are like my favorites. They go with everything, but this one goes with a good amount. But it's unique enough that you can't use it with everything. But when it goes, it goes. There we go. This one's definitely going to have a lot of blue. And that's why I didn't want to put tons of blue in the base. That's why I covered it with the silver. Because there's going to be enough blue in the ribbon choices. This black and white horizontal stripe, I like it. I bought it. I used it one time. I bought it, had it for a little while. Didn't use it because it's different. Like normally it's like a check or a plaid that you think that you want, but and so I kept shying away from it. But the one time that I used it, it really worked really well. And this one was one where I kept going through. I don't like this. I don't like that combination. Don't like that. Don't like that. I grabbed this one and put it next to some of them, and I'm like, okay, half of my ribbon choices are done. So it's pretty good. So now we will dovetail the ends. This is something that I got a lot better at over time. Just figuring out the technique. I have a friend that comes over occasionally and does them, and a lot of times she's like, okay, you can cut the ribbons. Well, I'll cut them, but you need to like dovetail them. So I don't know if you're on Carrie. I don't think I don't think I've spent a Friday night with you guys yet. Usually it's Wednesday nights. This Wednesday, I was exhausted. I was literally planning on doing that hello wreath with you. And I sat down at this table and I looked at the wreath and I looked at the computer and I was like, I don't know that I have an hour and a half of energy in me. so, and so I actually was going to get started, and I had technical issues with one of the cameras not wanting to connect, and a half an hour went by, and I said, okay, I definitely don't have 2 hours of energy in me, so that's what happened and how we got to tonight. And tonight, I just said I wasn't sure that I was going to do it, but I wanted to make a wreath. Um, and I know that I'm going to be sharing tomorrow with you all what we have, and doing a little sale per se. I don't know if anyone will buy anything through it, but I'll just call it a sale. Um, but because I'm going to go through a lot of the stuff that we have, so I won't actually be making something with you tomorrow. So I figured I would sit down and make something, and you could watch me, and especially TikTok, you could watch me make something first. That's, only fair. I mean, although, with you, I've tried to do the little time lapse things, and I enjoy doing that too. If you like the little time lapse things that I've done in the past, let me know. I kind of enjoy doing it because I just sit there and go and do my normal thing and have the camera on me the whole time, and it pretty much does the work. Um, and then I just touch it up, like if I want to see certain pieces of it, um, because I want you to see every piece, and I make sure that you can see. But I can kind of go at my own pace because I can start and stop the camera that way, and then you see the whole process. But in that time, we don't really get to spend time together, so I like doing both. Ooh, that one just flew. Yeah, I really like this sparkle. And I like that you don't get glitter everywhere. That's what's even better. I think I might have grabbed too many. So, welcome if you've just recently joined. We are doing a wreath, with a sign that says welcome-ish. What does it say? Depends on who you are and how long you stay. So, kind of like I said a little earlier, we're glad to have you, but we'd love to see you leave. So, but you can stay as long as you want. Please stay. Please sit, grab a drink. I don't have my lit apothecary mug with me tonight, but that's okay. I didn't need it. I had too much going on this desk anyway. Wouldn't want to spill. So, yeah, boy. See, I've just been sitting here chit-chatting and chit-chatting, um, and we've gotten, all the ribbons cut pretty much. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, anyone out there, since it's a holiday weekend, does anyone have any fun plans? Uh, I'm just staying around. I'm gonna go to my parents and spend time with the fam. Have a good Easter Sunday. But does anyone have any traditions or any fun things that they're doing for the holiday? Let's get started. I've got to figure which two I'm putting together now. I think that might be what I do. Okay, let's get the base back out here. Before we get started on that, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to have to flip it out let me move this back, for the two cameras. I'm going to show you guys, everyone on Facebook and YouTube and litapothecary.com, the Everyone is Welcome Here wreath. Again, this camera, like I said, the color is not as vibrant as the actual wreath. And then for TikTok and Instagram, I'm going to grab and bring it around in just a second, and I'm going to show them a different one. So let me go around real quick, and I want to grab it, and then because then we're going to just do the ribbons, and at that point we'll be done pretty much. So I'm going to grab that real quick. Everyone is welcome here. And get it back for you so that you can see. Ooh, grabbed it up and I thought I pushed a button and put a different one. So we've got, see, you on TikTok, you can see it really well. Instagram, your coloring is still the same. But yeah, I really like, it's got all the rainbow color hearts and then all the skin tone hearts. I really liked this. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. And then now I'll go ahead and I'll get that. I'll put it back and then we'll get finished with our wreath. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. If you're interested in it, it's available on the website or on TikTok Shop, also on Etsy. And we will get a closer view of it tomorrow at the online shopping event that I'm going to do. So you're welcome to join us then too. Oops. And the one that we're making tonight is going to be on there too. We'll share that too. So you'll be the first to see it. Okay, so let me grab this. That didn't work. Oh, I hate when it does that. Now I need to figure out which one they're going to go with. Because I got these two together. Ooh, they kind of look good with that blue and silver. And let me see how this one looks. Oh, that's an. I think that might be. Yep, I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, so I always try to figure out the combination of ribbons, which combination of mesh they look better with, so that I know that that's where I'm going to place it. And I think there's only one time that I've done a back and forth. Like the top is different, that is different than the outer, the bottom. Because usually they look good one way. And sometimes they look good with either, really. Yeah, this was the right blue with that same blue mesh. I think it looks good. Hopefully you like it just the same. So. Okay, got to figure this out. No. I pulled the blue down over there, and I was going to pull the blue down over here, but I just feel like it's too much blue in the one area. So. I like it better like this anyway. So that's what we're going to go with. Let's see. Okay. we're on the last part, pretty much. I mean, the sign is the last part, but putting the sign goes pretty fast usually. Um, so if you've been watching or just joining, it's not going to be that much longer now. The ribbon, it takes a little bit of time. And it's funny, I found, even though I'm going to keep chit chatting, I found like I talk so much all throughout doing the wreath that I kind of get to the ribbon and I just kind of sit here and place them in my quiet little own space. But actually placing, I don't know if any of you out there have made wreaths. Um, Placing them, you can just get in that rhythm, and it's almost kind of therapeutic or relaxing, where you just, because it's rhythmic, especially once you have the pattern down that you're going to use for a wreath, you just, when you're doing the ribbons, you kind of do the same thing over and over. So you can just kind of sit and veg and relax. And that's one thing that I like when it's like a long day and don't want to go to bed right away, but don't want to sit and watch TV. I can just sit and then you have I get a feeling of a sense of accomplishment um, when I see the finished wreath at the end. So I like this natural and white. This combination, it looks really good. This with the silver and blue. Hopefully, when I put the sign in there, it looks just as good. What am I knocking? Oh, that's that. I'll throw this back here. But yeah, so when I do, I don't know if you can kind of see because the wreath might be in the way. I will fold the ribbon in half, and that's mainly just to find the center point for where I'm going to scrunch it. So that I have even sides, so it's even on both sides. So I don't have you don't want a lopsided ribbon. There we go. Boy, that went fast. It's the upper. This is the last ribbon to go on the inner portion. The inner portion has less ties, so less pieces of mesh and ribbons than the outer. So it always feels like it's so fast. But then on the flip side, the outer one, it feels like you're there forever. But this felt like really fast. I think because I was trying to figure out which way I wanted to do the ribbons and all that. I had so many decisions to make, and then I was almost halfway done by that time. But I have been mentioning I've been mentioning all of our social medias. Like I said, tonight is my first night live on TikTok, and tomorrow we're going to be doing a live shopping event on TikTok. I'll probably broadcast it on some of the other platforms, but you won't be able to really shop like you can on TikTok because it's going to be a TikTok shopping event through TikTok Shop. But we also are on Instagram, and we're streaming live to them tonight. Hi, Instagram. And we are on Facebook and YouTube and alwaysloveapothecary.com. So if you want to see some of the past wreaths that we made, or I don't know that I have any anything else on there, but sometimes we'll do steamers and go live. Occasionally melts, or a candle. I don't do the candles so much, because you can't really see them finished. I pour them and they're still melted, and you have to sit there for a couple hours while it cools. So yeah. So I've done that a couple times, but we haven't sat there, um, and waited and like watching paint dry, watching wax dry. Um, so, but yeah, so we're gonna be on tomorrow, and I'm gonna go through all of the it's I haven't done this since Christmas. I'm gonna go through some of the wreaths that we have. Um, and I can't remember. I might have one or two in storage that I might grab that I just did to make more space. Um, we'll go through those, but not just wreaths. I want to go through some of the candles, which I haven't shown you any tonight. Um, we'll go through some of the steamers and the sprays, and all that, and just chit chat like we're doing tonight. So if there's anything that you want to see, feel free to let me know, and I can try to make sure that I get that. Because I'm not going to go through the entire inventory, of what's on the website, and I'm probably not going to go through the entire inventory of what's even in the TikTok shop, because I have a good amount of items, and I might add a couple more to, tonight, or probably tomorrow before we go live. It'll be probably late afternoon. Um, so yeah, so just so that you know what's coming up, and I'll mention it again before we sign off tonight, because I try to not do a wreath unless I know I can finish it, because it's not fair to you guys to not show you the finished product. Occasionally, if I have to glue florals and stuff down, I'll show you them placed in that. This one isn't going to have any florals in it. I'll show it to you where they're placed them so that you can see, and then I'll post a picture of the final. But that's just because I need more space for the glue gun and the silicone mat that I place that on, and I take my time because I don't want to get glue on the ribbons or the mesh, in a place where I don't want it. So I try to be meticulous about that. So I don't want to be chit chatting, and then mess something up. Because even while I chit chat here with you now, I'm always looking up to see if I have any comments. And sometimes I get in the mode, and I do something wrong. Like I've before cut the wrong size of mesh. Like I cut one too many. I'm like, oh, I didn't need that one. But that's just because, chit chatting away. We're getting there. We are getting there. These ribbons are dwindling. So if you're watching and you want to see the finished thing, just know it's not long, not far off, not far off. We've had over 3,000 likes. That's not bad for the first for our first live, I don't think. Uh, and I've only seen a couple people on, that have been making wreaths. I see a lot of ASMR and stuff. I love ASMR. There's a couple really good people out there that actually can put me to sleep. Um, and I don't know. I did a fun little TikTok. I don't know if I put it on Instagram too, when I first got the microphone. I have a microphone over here, which is where you're hearing the sound from. And I've tested it with and without, and that microphone makes a big difference. Um, so I did one where I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do ASMR." I've never done ASMR, so if if we did a fun day of that, you probably wouldn't go to sleep. And I'm not whispering. I'm supposed to whisper when I do that. So I would have to have a lot of practice. I mean, I've had a lot of practice doing this, and even like the first, because recently I went back and looked at like the first live that I did, and um, I wasn't as comfortable. You just get comfortable. Like it's like, okay, my friends are out there. It's not a camera. Um, so so yeah. Ow, got poked by the wire. I think, yeah. See, and like I said it, this black and white stripe, it's, I don't know. I think it's the mixture of that and then this little gold uh, with the black and white. It's just pulling everything together. This one kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks a little rich to me. The colors, I think, because they're deep. And it could be because I'm coming out of spring and I'm used to all the light pastels and everything. So now we have some real color. Okay, I just placed the last ribbon and I'll give it a spin like I did. So see, it looks, I'm really happy. I'm looking at it on the camera just like you, so I haven't actually, I've only looked at it from the side. So, yeah. Hopefully, what do you think? What do you think? I like it. We're gonna get ready to place the sign, so it's not done. It's not done. So yeah, yeah. So okay. Now let me grab. Let me push this over here, and I want to grab the sign, and I want to get the uh, hanger off of it. This is a really nice hanger too. Sometimes I pry the staples off, and sometimes, yes, this one felt like it was really weak. Sometimes I cut it, and sometimes I pry the staples off. So we're gonna see. The other side to me looks like it's in there a little better. Yeah. So we might not be. Ooh, well, that one popped out. If I can take them out, I prefer to, just because then you won't have to have that. This one, I don't know. Can't really get under there. And I don't like to use much force because I don't want to mess up the sign. There we go. There we go. I have so many strings and I don't even know. I don't have anything to do with them. Okay, there we go. So, we got that. I'm going to now bring this over here and I'm going to place it. Again, I always look for a good spot. There's these little metal rods in the wreath form where I like to place the little hanger so that they don't slide around too far. So I like to find one and try to line it up that way. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. I'm going to move this desk just slightly. Then we will place this. It will be coming out. I'm placing it just so that I can see where on the back I want to put the ties. This one is a little bit, okay, that's good. Little bit. Okay. Not straight. Okay, perfect. So, okay, I kind of know where to put them. Yeah, thank you, Mom. It's coming out. This one is coming out really nice. I love that sign. I think I might want to get more of these, but we'll see how popular it is. I think this one is going to be pretty popular. I'm getting this gold glitter all over the place. And I just put just a dab. Not everyone that I've seen uses the super glue. I just put a dab just for some extra insurance. Can't put too much because you don't want to mess up the double stick, or the foam, the sticky foam. You want that to do its job, and then the super glue to dry and just double secure it. Okay, so we got those on there. Now I'm going to get my pipe cleaners, and I think I say this every time. I try to kind of color coordinate the pipe cleaners, even though they should and will never be seen. I do that just in case they are seen. That they coordinate with the color, and whoever sees it doesn't even realize that they're looking at a pipe cleaner. But I tried, the way that I place them is so that they'll never be seen. But, it's just the extra little bit of safety. And that was thanks to, an assortment pack of colors. So I have tons of different colors to choose from. Okay, let's bring this back. There we go. Find my little bar. And let's get this sign in place. And see, like I said, all that time doing the ribbons, and before you know it, I'm working on putting this sign on, and then this thing is done. There we go. I just need to make sure I have it lined up now. Ooh, I think I did a pretty good job. Okay. Okay. There we go. Welcome to anyone who's recently joined us. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. You are just about looking at the final thing. You're joining at the right moment. Thank you. Thank you very much for the hearts. I really appreciate it. There we go. I got 2 more ties, and then I'm just going to fluff up a little bit of the mesh around, and then we should be good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, there we go. I'm liking this one. This is one I would hang up at my door. Like I said, we're glad to have you, but we'd love to see you leave. That's what this says without actually saying that. So I'll have to flip this. Okay. I'm going to turn it a couple ways. You can get this little overhead view here. And then I'm going to lift it up so we can see. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. I love it. I am happy with it. Now I'm going to pull the front. Oops. So that you can see. I'm doing it. There we go. I'm doing it backwards so you kind of can't see it. Trying to get you every side of it. I'm happy with it. I really like it a lot. So there we go. So yes, that is our welcome-ish wreath. Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight while we made this lovely wreath. This will be online probably tomorrow morning. Maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow morning. But this will be also featured in tomorrow's live. Don't forget, tomorrow, late afternoon, we're going to have a live. It will be a live shop on TikTok. I'm going to try to have it live on some of the other platforms, but I won't be doing on the multi-camera action. It'll be just a single one. But I will actually be lifting them up and showing. And I'm not going to be sitting here. We're going to kind of rotate things around, and you'll see the wreath wall that we have and everything. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And so I'll say happy Easter, but I'll see you tomorrow and I'll tell you happy Easter then. So, everyone, thank you again. Have a wonderful night.